Okay, it might be time for Achi. So let's do the jump through Tama's storyline and continue with Achi and oh yeah, fuck me. I decided to play with my controller today, which means I might need some help with the controls again. Fuck me. Why did I decide to do that? Okay, this is... Oh, I should have done this off camera, really, but it will stay in. I don't care. How do I... What? Just brightness? No. Just... Wait a second, I think I'm too far already. Fuck my life. How do I do this with a controller game? No. No! Fuck off! Oh god. Okay, I got it. Oh, Achiendo. What a beginning. I could of course just cut this out and not let you see it, but what would be the fucking fun in that, huh? You wouldn't see how fucking incompetent I am with it. What's the deal with that man lad on the right? Anyway, how fucking incompetent I am with a controller. As luck would have it, they soon found a crowd in their path, backs turned toward them. Excited voices rose up from the throng. Whoa, what's the deal? Is it a cheat? Is something going on? No, I think it's just a crowd. It's a street fight! A fight, as the name implies, that takes place out on the street, typically using bare hands and no weapons. Even a bare-handed fight can result in serious injuries though, which is why they are pretty illegal. Pretty illegal or just illegal? Achi clutched Hitomi's hand good and tight. Whatever you do, don't let go. Without a moment's hesitation, he plowed his way through the crowd. Damn. So does she know that her sister isn't actually kidnapped? I mean, my prediction is that Tama is her sister, so that would be weird. Emerging on the far side of the gathering, Achi saw the main road ahead. Cars were zipping past in a steady stream. What do we do? There were too many cars for them to rush across the street without getting hit. But they couldn't exactly just sit and wait for the light to change. And they certainly couldn't go back the way they came. The pursuers were getting closer and closer. Hitomi! Achi shouted. We're going across, or we're turning back. I think we're going across, even though this could lead to a potential horrible bad end. What? Yeah, my reaction too actually. Dragging Hitomi by the hand, Achi darted out into the street. Moving purely by instinct, he wove his way through the gaps between the speeding cars. Which is mental, never do this, Jesus Christ. When they were halfway across, a car slammed on its brakes to keep from hitting them, causing several cars behind it to crash into one another. The multi-vehicle pileup plunged the roadway into total chaos. As a result of this chaos, traffic in the nearby area will be at a standstill for a while. While on the way to the Syndicate hideout, Shinya Kano and Jack Stanley have gotten caught in this traffic jam. I saved them. You're welcome, Kano. You're goddamn welcome. So I actually did the right thing apparently. In a matter of moments, the street was clogged with a long line of stopped vehicles. Also, what a coincidence again. I mean, Kano is on the hunt for, well, not necessarily her, but the case regarding her and her sister, so... Achi and Hitomi's pursuers remained on the other side and did not pursue. Why? Especially now that the cars are just straight up jammed. Okay, that was crazy. Oh, it's her. She has a smoker's voice, okay? Hitomi panted as she caught her breath. Well, you know what they... is it him now? I don't know. Well, you know what they say. Idle feet are the devil's playthings. Hands. It's idle hands. Whatever. At least they've gotten away. Oh, Achi. The little brainlet. So they're safe and I unlocked Kano's story, okay. Come on, let's go. And she led the way down several twisting side streets before slowing his pace even. By now Hitomi was slumped and panting heavily. He wanted to give her some time to rest, but if they just hung around, the pursuers might still find them. You'd think that in a place as big as Shibuya, there would be some place to hide. He looked around and spotted a multi-tenant building. The nearest door was open. Bundles of flyers were set out near the entrance. Flyers for Au Revoir, the 22nd performance by the theater troupe The Wandering Angels. It tells the tale of a man named Ryo looking back on his 100-year life as a warrior. It's a pretty long life. The performance features wire action as its major set piece, with Ryo and his rival Shido flying high through the air, doing battle with the magical Muramasa blade and Beam Saber, respectively. And she peeked inside and saw piles of plywood and painted lumber. It looked like this was a storeroom for theater stage props and scenery. "We can hide out in here," he said. But... Hitomi hesitated, but Achi gave her hand a little tug. "It'll be fine. There's nobody around." "Are you sure?" They stepped inside the storeroom and Achi quickly shut the door behind them, effectively locking them in. "We should probably rest for a bit," he said. There was a wooden platform set up beside a large piece of plywood. Sorry, my chair didn't want to move as I wanted to. Anyway, Achi picked up a magazine that had fallen on the floor and spread it out atop the platform's dusty surface. "Here, now you can sit without getting your clothes dirty." "Thank you." Hitomi quietly took a seat. What a gentleman. "We should probably turn off our cell phones," Achi said. "It could be really bad if they rang at the wrong moment." The two powered off the phones. You could just turn them to silent, you know? What if someone important wants to reach you? Someone like the police. And she took a cursory look around. It didn't look like there was any way in or out besides the door they'd come in through. Talking about the police and how they could reach them. If Detective... what's his name? Tanaka? Is that his name? If he's after Achi, he knows who Achi is. And if he isn't bad, that's the big if, he could just tell the police to phone up Achi, right? Or even Hitomi. They could just phone him and tell them, you know what? The old dude with the cane that's after you, he's actually a good guy. Stand still and wait for him. So I guess he is bad, otherwise he would have told the police that he knows where they are. It didn't look like there was any way in or out besides the door they'd come in through. There was a single window set in the wall, but it wouldn't open far enough to let them through. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's her. Hitomi let out a quiet gasp. Someone was outside the storeroom. And she put a finger to his lips and Hitomi gave a fearful nod. Why would they creepily do that if they didn't know they are in there? Why would you just slam a window like that? The window's frosted glass blocked any real view in or out. So long as they stayed quiet, they ought to be safe. It's a detective, right? Whoever was outside pressed their face to the frosted glass, trying to get a glimpse inside. Really creepily. The blurred visage of the foreigner who'd attacked them was dimly visible. Oh, it's him, okay. Like the man with the cane before him, this guy was quick to catch up. They have some way to track her, don't they? The man pounded on the glass. Achi swallowed the lump in his throat. If this guy got in, they had nowhere to run. Achi turned to Hitomi. Let's hurry out through the door. We'll be fine, just sit tight. We'll be fine, just sit tight, he says. Okay, and Hitomi clutched onto Achi's arm hard. Damn. I sense some development in their relationship. Can I help you with something? Said a casual voice from outside. They saw the pursuer react at once, pulling back from the window. That's just our storeroom, you know, the voice added. But she heard footsteps scampering away. The kidnapper had run off, but she exchanged glances with Hitomi and let out a tiny sigh. There were more voices coming from outside now. What was up with that guy? I don't know. Oh, whatever. Let's just hurry and get stuff tidied up. Oh, man, my throat's raw. That's me. It sounded like a conversation between two men. The storeroom door opened and the men clumped their way inside. Tomonari Takaya and Taro Toga. amazing name, 2 members of the theater troupe, the Wandering Angels. Takaya is the Wandering Angels star actor playing the lead role of Ryo in today's performance of Au Revoir, the troupe's 22nd piece. Last night he slept completely naked and caught a cold, leading to the sore throat he has now. Wow. Toga is the stage director, handling things behind the scenes. He's very irritated that Shinichi Bando, in charge of the prop, seems to have gone AWOL. Have we read this name before? Shinichi Bando. So what are we getting? Let's grab all those folding chairs over there. The producer said we're gonna need a lot more seats all of a sudden. That's not how you talk when you have a sore throat. You would mostly prefer not to talk at all. Mr. Orai said that? Going all out for the troops' last hurrah, huh? Beats me, man. In no real hurry, the man went about carting the folding chairs away. They didn't notice that she and Hitomi sitting silently in the shadows. Creepily, silently, waiting. Not to change the subject, but how come we're using a dry ice machine and not a smoke machine? Maybe that's why my throat's bothering me. Maybe I'm just voicing that wrong. I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Nobody's even operating it, and it's still drawing a ton of power. Think it's defective? Oh, of course, the dry ice machine is defective. Actually, we know because of Achi's dad. Achi and Hitomi waited for the 2 men to finish up. If they were spotted, it would probably cause a scene. And worse still... Oh, whoops. Oh, fuck. Shit. It might alert the men who were hunting them. What was that? Damn. How do you even get the summary when you were playing with a keyboard? Whatever. Sorry. I'm fiddling with my joystick. And it's not what it sounds like. Once they'd carried off the rest of the folding chairs, the men closed the storeroom door. The foreigner could still be somewhere nearby, though, so Achi decided they should hide out in the room a little longer. Sensible decision, I think. I think even staying in here would be the smartest thing to do. This blows. I want to get back out there to look for that blue van ASAP, but Achi trailed off as something occurred to him. Wait a second. Now that's weird. Hitomi looked at him inquiringly. The kidnappers already have the ransom money, yeah? Achi said. That's right. And then they told you that your sister was in some blue minivan. Isn't it kind of weird? What do you mean? Oh, maybe Achi isn't the massive brainlet I thought he would be. Did you figure that your sister was in the minivan by herself? Well, yes. If one of the kidnappers were with her, they wouldn't need to send me to go get her. What? But why is the minivan driving around then? Have you ever thought of that? Right, Achi said. And yet the fact was that as soon as the kidnappers had their money, they could have let Hitomi's sister out of the vehicle and just run off. Exactly, there was no point in sending Hitomi to fetch her personally. A look of revelation dawned on Hitomi's face. Oh. Shit. That minivan had already left Dogensaka, she said. And it came back while we were there waiting for it. Oh, and it came back while we were there waiting for it, she finished. He thought back to his earlier run-in with the blue vehicle. So then inside that minivan... There had been a bunch of foreigners inside. Which meant... The kidnappers had been trying to ambush Hitomi. The kidnappers didn't have any intention of giving her sister back. Both of those ring true, I think. So, we'll choose this one. Oh, give me a quick second. Okay, I'm back. As usual, I just had to grab a little sip. Or sip a little drink, whatever. They told her that her sister was in that minivan to lure her to it. And the kidnappers had been lying in wait inside. Do you think they were trying to kidnap me too? Yes! Oh god, how dense do you have to be not to get that? I mean, I know, we have the ability to see bad ends and stuff, but this should be really fucking obvious by now. There's even one of the guys running after you. So you should get that they're trying to kidnap you too. Yes, Hitomi. That's it. And she clapped his hands together. Then they'd let your sister go and demand a ransom for you. Or maybe demand yet another ransom for both of them. How about that? They don't need to let her go. Why would they need to let her go? Why would they let her go? And then they'd make her deliver the ransom money for your release. They'd be able to get, like, infinite ransom money by constantly abducting one twin after the other. Oh, Achi. You fucking idiot. That seems a little far-fetched. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Now that she said so, Achi realized it was kind of a ridiculous idea. Still, what if the kidnappers really were trying to kidnap me, Hitomi said. As in, like, they accidentally abducted the wrong twin? Oh, now that's interesting. Of course they're twins. What if they actually did abduct the wrong one? What would they want to do with Hitomi? It seems like Osawa is weirdly attached to Maria rather than to Hitomi, since Maria is some kinda silent, creepy kid. And I think he loves her more because he loves silent, creepy kids. I don't know. I mean, I guess that would have been easy to botch up. That would imply that they wanted me specifically and not my sister. Hitomi paused briefly and thought. Maybe you're hotter than your sister or something? And she suggested with enthusiasm. Nice. Hitomi shook her head. That can't be it. If anything, it's the other way around. Oh, wow, nice. Tasty. Compared to my sister, I'm just 50% hot. Well, hey, stop right there. And she had to interrupt her. You're not just anything. Please don't. I'm just... Tears had welled up in Hitomi's eyes. Damn, he was trying to, give you a compliment by saying you're hotter than your sister. And then you start crying because his sister is hotter than you? It's your own fucking fault, you're twins. You should have the ability to look the same, so if she's hot, you could be hot too if you want to. Is this a weird logic? I don't know. Why does have to happen to her? Why not me? Oh, she's crying because of this, not because of the whole hotness thing. Well, hey, come on, don't cry. I'm sorry. Cheer up. It's like that song says. Don't just stand there. Wipe those tears away. That one. You know it. I was trying to think of a funny lyric of some random pop song, but nothing came to mind. The first thing that came to my mind actually was some stupid Spice Girls song, but I won't quote it. Is that Aya Kamiki? Yeah, that's the one. Put your hand in mine. Every single piece of light? What? That's some retarded lyric if I ever saw some. Every single piece of light. He has to be misquoting that. Huh? Every single piece of light. Yeah, she's laughing. I think this is some misheard case or something. Hitomi let out a giggle. Everything will be alright. You've got the lyrics wrong. It's everything will be alright, not every fucking piece of light. God damn it. Alright, yeah, I guess that makes more sense. I guess. Achi's mouth curled into a sheepish smile. Oh, did he do that on purpose, maybe? I don't know if Achi's smarter than he looks or even dumber than a stone sometimes. Alright, I think we've laid low long enough, Achi said at last. Think we should be on our way? He was about to get to his feet when he heard voices outside the storeroom again. God damn it. Yikes, that was pretty careless of us. Did he actually fucking say yikes? Yeah, we definitely gotta watch it. The theater guys from earlier had returned and they sounded a bit panicked. He's been taking on TV drama and film work as well. Blah 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 blah. Nothing important, I think. Heard folks have been messing with the storeroom a bunch recently. And did you hear who's behind it? Some juvenile delinquents. Like a gang? Wow, that takes me way back. Alright, let's hurry on back. Oh, they locked him in. Achi rushed over to the door. Locked, jammed, busted. He tried turning the knob, but the door wouldn't budge. Oh yeah, of course, won't budge. Oh, come on, are you freaking kidding me? He paced frantically around the room, pulling at his hair. We're locked in. Oh, what a coincidence, huh? And that door was the only way in or out. Achi and Hitomi were well and truly trapped inside the storeroom. "This is all my fault," Achi said. "It was my idea to hide out here in the first place." He bowed to Hitomi repeatedly. "We're never gonna be able to find that blue minivan now." "Guess we'll have to get someone on the outside to help us," Hitomi replied. She scowled thoughtfully. Who is she thinking of? They powered their phones back on in order to call for help. Big question was who they could possibly ask. The fucking police, maybe? "Hitomi, anyone you can reach out to?" Mr. Tanaka? Oh yeah, of course, Tanaka isn't the detective. Tanaka is the assistant of Osawa. I mixed those up. What's the name of the detective then? It's kind of similar, isn't it? "Tanaka, right." The suggestion didn't exactly thrill Achi. He had no idea what this Tanaka guy was like. Hopefully he was a dependable sort who'd actually show up to rescue them. But somehow, that thought made Achi feel even worse. He's jealous. Achi had someone he figured he could call, but he hesitated, uncertain. His father? There had been a time when he trusted this guy more than anyone. They bailed each other out of countless jams. Nowadays though, things were different. Hitomi gave Achi a puzzled look as he said, lost in thought. "Right, guess I don't have much of a choice." Achi scrolled through the contact lists on his cell phone. He found a name he had thought he'd never call again. Suzumu. "Hey Suzumu, my old motherfucker, how you doing? Yo." "Achi, is that you?" Suzumu's voice was low and guarded. "Look, I've got a favor to ask you. I'm in a real bind here." "Huh?" "Like, things are ridiculously bad. I thought maybe you could help me out a little bit." "You seriously thought I'd help you?" Suzumu's words were like ice. "You messing with me or something, man?" Now he sounded a touch angry as well. Painful memories flashed before Achi's eyes. "Right then, sorry to bug you, just forget it." But Suzumu hung up before Achi was even finished talking. Damn! That's fucking savage, isn't it? Holy shit. And just imagine his future girlfriend sitting next to him, seeing this weak display of a man. "No dice," Achi said to Hitomi with a lopsided frown. She looked back at him, her expression a mirror of his own. "What should we do?" What should we do? I guess we're back to Mr. Tanaka. It doesn't matter which one of them is saying this. Guess so, you wanna go ahead then? Sometimes it's just impossible to tell apart who's talking. Hitomi tried calling him repeatedly, but Tanaka didn't pick up. What could have happened? She muttered under her breath. Do you think maybe the kidnappers found out that Mr. Tanaka and I have been in... Do you think maybe the kidnappers found out that Mr. Tanaka and I have been in contact? It's so weird if you notice halfway through the sentence that it's someone else speaking. And she shrugged. It looked like they were just going to need to find some way out of here on their own, and then maybe look for the minivan themselves. And she strode over to the door and Ned grabbed hold of the doorknob. Is there maybe some way he could smash it open? There should be some props in there that are fairly heavy. He tried giving it a good sturdy pull. No good. The thing won't even budge. The door opens outward. Wait, really? And she tried giving it a push. It still didn't open. Oh, well, that would have been too easy. He kicked it. Oh, the door wasn't nearly... Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Wasn't nearly as sturdy as she had expected. I should really stop fiddling with the knobs below my table. I think I can make this work. He backed up to get a running start and kicked the door with all his might. Actually, if you're ever in a situation like this, don't kick it, don't get a running start. Or maybe a running start is okay, but don't kick it. If you do have to kick it close to the lock. Not in the middle of the door, Jesus Christ, don't do that. But better than trying to kick it is to slam into the door with your shoulder. And also try to lean forward a little bit so you hit the middle, not really the middle of the door, but hit closer to the middle instead of up where shoulder height is. I think you get what I mean. You need to bust the lock, essentially. Yeah. The door went flying off its hinges. Wow, he broke the goddamn hinges. Oh man, that was way too easy. Holy shit. He didn't even break the fucking door, he just cleanly broke the hinges apparently. Archie stepped cautiously out of the storeroom. He quickly scanned the surrounding area. There was nobody inside. Looks like we're in the clear, he called. But Hitomi didn't come out, nor did she reply. Hitomi? Uh-oh. Oh, what's she doing? She had her phone in hand, apparently still trying to get in touch with Tanaka. With a tiny sigh, Archie leaned against the wall and waited for her to finish. Well, doesn't look like I'm going to have any luck, she said. We're out! God damn it, Hitomi. You know we can leave now, right? Are you still holding out hope for your Mr. Tanaka? It's not that, I'm just a little worried. Sure. Oh yeah? Okie dokie then. I'll just wait around out here. Okay, I'll be right with you. Uh-huh. Don't. Archie shuffled his way back outside. Oh, poor guy. Yep, that's what happens. Oh crap. By the time Archie could finish processing the thought, he was already laid out on the ground. His jaw hit the asphalt hard. He bit the tip of his tongue clean. Oh, fuck. What? He bit the tip of his tongue clean off. The taste of blood filled his mouth. Ouch! Jeez, look at him. A moment later, he took a sharp blow to the head. He was done for. All the energy drained from his body. His mind whirled. His vision grew hazy. I think this is a bad end, and I think we have to do something in another route to prevent this, since there wasn't any real decision that could have changed that, I think. He began to drift from consciousness. Back when he'd run with Suzume and the others, he'd never left himself exposed to a surprise attack. There were plenty of times when he'd taken a punch that sent him reeling, only to spin away and come back swinging. This time, he hadn't even seen it coming. It was his last mistake. Huh. Guess I've let myself go soft. Archie grimaced inwardly, muttering in a voice no one but he could hear. I know that feeling. Hitomi, I'm so sorry, but it's actually your fault for being such a fucking millennial with your phone. Bad end. Attacked by the man with the cane. Archie successfully managed to break out of the storeroom, only to be knocked out by the man with the cane while he waited for Hitomi. Things might have gone differently if Hitomi had managed to get in contact with Tanaka. Why hadn't he responded to her calls? Maybe something strange had happened at Uesawa residence? Or perhaps there was some reason he wasn't able to answer the phone? Maybe.